try our new app right now, furgpt.com. I click at the link at the top line of the description box.
Brother. But let's move on to the next story quick. Amanda Seales talking about Charlamagne, the God. Let's go.
And the actual intellectualism and or the actual backbone to be able to check them and reveal the nonsense that they're spewing. And whether that's Larry Elder or that other broad or the guy from the ADL, etc. Like, stick to rappers. Yes, Andrew Schultz can say whatever. And then he defends him. So, you know, go for it, Playboy. But that's not my people's no more. What is that? What's your point? Back in the day is not today. And it's funny how people show you love when you're beneath them. And then once you start finding your footing, it's funny how they don't. And people know who they can control. You know what I'm saying? Like, people know who they can control. People know who they can't control a lot of times. And so I think there's just been many times where I was confused as to why people weren't looking out for me, only to realize, like, oh, it's because they can't control me. And they know that because they want to work with people who they will always have a thumb on. Like, I had a show called The Big Seals, which was basically like a mockumentary show. The name also, it developed into Amanda Seales is Difficult. And it was going to be like a mockumentary of me working in Hollywood. And Charlamagne was going to executive produce it. And so we were pitching it to VH1, and then his manager and his business manager claimed that he created it and that it was his idea. And my agent was like, no, that's not how, no. And they were standing on that. Like, well, we're not going to move forward unless he gets creator credit because he created it. He did not create it. And then I had to call him and be like, I need you to call your people and get them in line. And I don't care, but why would they even feel like they could do that? Why would they even have that idea in their mind? Why had that not been clarified from jump? Why would I do a podcast with Charlamagne? Why would I do a podcast with Charlamagne? We had great chemistry until I realized that he was a ridiculous person and he was a snake. So then we don't have great chemistry anymore. He's also not an intellectual. Like, he's read books. He's not a dummy, but he's not an intellectual, and he don't got no backbone. He sits here and he regurgitates the same crap. And the people that he does challenge, like, remember when he challenged Kamala Harris? Remember when she was on his show and he was like, so who's actually in charge of the Democrats? You know, Joe Biden or Joe Manchin? And she black womaned him and started saying, like, no, absolutely not. He didn't even come back because he didn't have no way to come back at her because he didn't know anything further than what he said. And then they have people on the show and they allow them to just talk their shit. And they don't have the actual knowledge and the actual intellectualism and or the actual backbone to be able to check them and reveal the nonsense that they're spewing. And whether that's Larry Elder or that other broad or the guy from the ADL, etc.
Yeah, she's telling the truth. That's actually the truth, what she's saying. When you bringing these people on, especially guy from the ADL or Dr. Umar, anybody, the way their platform is set up, any platform, you got to challenge some people sometimes. Especially, you know, it's going to be a once in a lifetime and you know what's being said about them. You know what the controversy is. You can't just always let them talk. We had a lot of interviews where we let people rip, but then you got to ask the questions to get it out of them. It doesn't always have to be combative. But again, it's so much politics in this industry and in this podcasting. It's just politics galore. So people, they probably happy they got Kamala up there. They, everybody can't get Kamala, so we're not going to push too many buttons. Plus, they obviously they're Democratic supporters, so it's almost like you're going to give certain people a pass. But to me, I think that doesn't make a good show. I think you should go hard in the paint. You should ask the tough questions. Don't mean you got to be disrespectful. You can be very respectful, but ask the tough questions and be analytical enough to respond and know what the hell you're talking about. So I agree. Sometimes Charlamagne used to kind of be that sometimes, but that's the level he's not really going to go to. There's no disrespect. It's just like maybe he's talking to Beanie Siegel. He can press him. But when you're talking about going to those type of, like she said, he read a couple books, but he's not intellectual. So he's not really, everybody can't go there. Everybody can't do the brain dance shit. Everybody can't dig deep. They just can't. Like Envy, he's not going to go there. What's the other chick from Baltimore? The comedian chick. She's not going there. Now, Lauren LaRosa, she can go there. She's an intellectual, in my opinion. She can really go there if she wants to. I'm not saying that they're dumb. That's not what I'm saying. Some people just have a certain level of intellect, and they see through the bullshit, and they're quick on their feet, and they're quick on them, with their mind. Like, oh no, hell no, that's some bullshit. Let me say this. Some people just let it fly, and Charlamagne's one of those people that's been letting it fly. Don't mean he's not great at what he does. That's just her. That's her opinion, and that's actually my opinion. So that's their beef. We'll talk about that. Let me know what you guys think in the comments section. But I want to talk real quick, man. Let's talk about Cass, man, and Easy to Block Captain's battle. Anything better than this? Let's talk about that for a minute because, look, me and Sandman talked, and he picked Easy. And I'm not mad because I can see why people would pick Easy to Block Captain over Cassidy. But I text Cass and I say congratulations, because I just feel like I was a little worried because Cass definitely won the whole meme battle. But I was a little worried. I'm not going to lie. I was because Easy to Block Captain is a great battle rapper. But one thing I noticed about Easy is that he's easily intimidated. And he may get mad at this. I don't know the guy, whatever the case may be. In my opinion, like, Cassie's a super shit talker. And he's going to get to most people. He's going to make you believe him. Right? He know how to talk shit with the best of them. And from looking at Easy's eyes, maybe I'm wrong, it started to fluster him a little bit. It started to get to him. He started to be intimidated by him. And from the battle, the stuff that I seen, Easy wasn't doing bad, but Cassidy beat him. Now they should do a part 2. And I really think they should let them two just be on stage. But I know that's kind of like the part of the culture. Everybody standing around. I get it. But I think this time, let them guys be on stage together and nobody else, and let them go, head to head and whatnot. And shout out to all the rap media that was out there, the battle rap media, the rap medias, the hip hop medias, whoever was out there. Shout out to them for giving us the coverage, doing their thing afterwards and all of that. There's so many clips and shit out there. You know what I mean? But we wanted to see a whole battle. A lot of people say Cassidy ended it. A lot of people say Easy ended it. But I had 100% faith in Cassidy because he's a veteran. Not to say that Easy's not. And one thing I seen Cassidy do, he adapted his style over the years. He didn't stay the same. He switched it. And he adapted to this new style. And I think he got the W, in my opinion. And obviously it's not over. Who knows what would have happened? He hit all the spots, that he should have hit, like I thought that he would hit, especially banging the thing home that dude wasn't from Philly. I think that was huge going in. The Remy, the Pat, it was huge. So shout out to Cash, man. That's my dog. He showed us a lot of love over the years. A lot of love, more than probably anybody else has showed the show, with the exception of a few other people like Dr. Boyce Watkins. Doctor, what you call it? I don't know why his name is slipping right now, but forgive me. But yeah, these people showed a lot of love. over the years. And we all that never goes unnoticed when people show us love, because that's the type of people we are. We're genuine, real people. And when you show us love, we're going to show it, back. Andrew Wyatt, my bad, which is Bill Cosby's publicist. I mean, I'm talking about these people that came to see us in the flesh. Came to see us in the flesh, showed us love in the flesh. A lot of people have, Hocus 4/5, Bimmy, Neef. A lot of people have, but most of our interviews been on, virtual, but nevertheless, I definitely appreciate it. So yeah, we're looking forward to the next one. I wish battle rap would be bigger, but it just is what it is, man. It's not that at this point in time. So, but let me know what you guys think in the comment section about what went down. It's your boy OGod. I appreciate y'all. Like I said, if you want to advertise on this channel, hit me up, OGOD@hiphopun.com. That's OGod@hiphopun.com. Take advantage of our holiday special now, OGOD@hiphopun.com. Email me today. Peace.